Second guest on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline now is Rory Linkletter, newly tabbed All-American and 10,000-meter runner-up at the Eugene, Oregon NCAA Championships. Rory, when did you finally catch your breath?
Currently still trying to find it.
Holy cow, man. That was really fun to watch. What happened in that final lap to help you pull off one of the more improbable runs that we've ever seen from a BYU athlete?
Well, I kind of knew that I had some speed going into the race, that if it was a slower tactical race the first half, that my chances went up. And I just kind of decided that I was going to make my move because I wasn't in an All-American position, which was kind of the first primary goal, is just nab an All-American spot, score some points for the team. And I was just outside of that, and so I decided to move. And when I started moving, I got moving a lot faster than I thought I would immediately, and was passing people at a faster rate than I expected and was just cruising.
What was that feeling like as you were in the zone on that last lap?
It was like the best feeling in sports that I can even imagine. Like, just absolute flow, just everything was just clicking. The crowd was excited. I mean, it was electrifying. I just felt great.
What was flowing more, you or your hair in the breeze of Eugene, Oregon?
It's hard to believe it, but probably me.
Rory Linkletter with us on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. Newly tabbed All-American, finished second in the 10,000 meters. At what point in the race did you think, okay, I have a shot to do something special here?
Honestly, not until about 400 to go, because I was still not, like you said, like 9th, 10th place with a lap to go. And at that point, like, if I would have gotten 10th, that wouldn't have been a good performance in my mind. I would have been upset. So, I mean, probably when I started passing people and realizing that I was gaining momentum and that I was going to catch a lot more. So
I want to bring up something that Ryan Waite, who used to be the director of ops for track and field, said on Twitter. And I'm going to read this and then get your reaction. If you were watching the NCAA men's 10K tonight, you might have wondered who that BYU kid was that ran the sub 2 minutes for his last 800 to move all the way up to second place. That BYU kid's the guy that goes to bed before 10 on the weekends, who only eats Ferrari fuel, who doesn't skip on lifting, core, stretching, or massages, who drives extra to run on dirt trails, and who doesn't taper for regular season meets, and now he's the NCAA runner-up.
Wow.
Your reaction to that piece from Ryan Waite?
That meant a lot to me. Ryan was probably one of the key, like, people in my growth here at BYU. He was a younger guy. He was kind of like a coach, director of operations here at BYU. So he was a good friend of mine, and we talked a lot, and he was a great athlete here at BYU. So when I looked up to him and asked for advice, and he knew from his experience and from being around the program during times like Jared Ward and Jason Witt, what it took to make that level, that jump. And I asked him what I needed to do, and he would tell me what he thought those guys did to get there and what I could do, and I just listened. And that's all it was, is just his example and guys that before me that did a really good job at setting the way. So
what has the response been like for you between phone calls, text messages, and all of this attention on social media?
It's awesome. It's overwhelming. I mean, who would have thought that, the 10,000 meters, Coach Eyestone jokes. Whenever he mentions the 10K, he says, and running the 10,000, the most exciting race in track and field, because it kind of has the bad rap because it's a long one. Even I will admit, I try to zone out and not pay attention the first part of the race because it's just so long and grueling. So.
That's amazing. BYU Photo was there, and they captured some amazing reactions from you when you realized, kind of like it looked like that was the moment when it set in. Was that the moment when BYU Photo kind of caught you with your hands in the air, like, wow?
Yeah, it was, just emotion, just pure emotion. Like, I was just so enthused, just wow. I had reached and exceeded all expectations that I had for myself. I mean, I had dreamt of like that exact thing happening where everything felt right and I just closed well and it happened. And just when I crossed that line, I was just like, holy crap. That's what I captioned it on my Instagram. And that's like the best thing I could say. Holy crap.
Fair. Totally fair.
Right. That's great.
What did your head coach, Ed Eyestone, and assistant coach, Diljit Taylor, say to you after the run?
Oh, they were freaking out. You have to go through a media area before you can come out to where the coaches are. And so I had a little interview, and then so there was kind of like a waiting period. And I walked out, and they were all just chanting my name, like them and my teammates. And it was really exciting. And, I mean, just overwhelming. Again, just so much emotion. So thankful for all their sacrifices for me and all their support. Coach Taylor wrote me a good little letter before the race. She always does that for her athletes, but she did it for me, even though I'm a man. She coaches the women's team, but she wrote me a nice letter telling me that she believed that I could do it. And, I mean, I just really appreciate the belief that others had in me, because it's hard for me to believe that I could have done that. But when others believe it, it just makes it so great.
Our interactions, for the most part, have come on a stage with you, where we were at the Y Awards, and you were upset about not being in the top 5 power couples. It's safe to say that you've skyrocketed into the top 5
You're in, man.
And in the top 5 redheaded athletes at BYU. So congratulations on climbing both of those, Roy.
So that one, the top 5 redheaded athletes, I don't want a part of, because I do not accept the fact that I am a redhead.
Are you blonde?
Blonde.
Yeah, okay.
Strawberry blonde?
I'll take the ranking, anything to get some recognition. But yeah, I consider myself blonde.
Okay.
Actually, Shaq Walker started a poll on Twitter.
I voted on it.
Blonde or red, because he believes it's blonde, and he doesn't see how anyone could believe otherwise. So,
I voted red in this.
Yeah, I don't know how. Maybe it was the lighting at Hayward Field, but I feel like I'm pretty blonde.
Oh, you can have whatever you want after that race.
Yeah,
yeah.
You make the. Yeah. I'm looking up what the results on that are right now.
Okay,
and I'll let you know.
Well, Jerem looks that up. The blonde wonder.
I got it.
Okay, what is it?
So the question: what color is at the Papa Links, the NCAA 10K runner-up's hair color? 67% red.
I feel like half those people were just trying to get under my skin.
Rory, great stuff. We had your girlfriend Jill Van Mierlo on the show in Corona, California, and both of you are, exceeding expectations for sure. Let's finish with this. I have to know, where did at the Papa Links come from as your Twitter handle?
Okay, this is a good one. So in high school, when I was a senior, is when I got my Twitter account. On the cross-country team, I was a captain, and I made the freshmen on the team call me Papa, and they already called me Links, like, because Linkletter, so Papa Links. So that's what they called me, and I stuck with it. It's kind of an odd one, but yeah, maybe I got to change that one day. But
no, I like it.
It's good.
It's unique. People remember it. You don't forget something like that.
Someone else is at Papa Links. I just want to make that clear. So it's at the Papa Links.
The Papa Links. Yeah.
There you go.
Rory, congratulations, man. That was
Very
really
cool.
fun. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, thank you.
Rory Linkletter on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline.